Go, there it goes.
Perfect. Okay, welcome back. If you were watching the first part of our special episodes of what is happening with
our
lives right now,
literally in real time,
we are back for part 2.
Yes, and you now get to talk about your experience in Paris and your week-long trip that you took with your son.
Yes.
Okay.
So
first of all, tell the why Paris.
So Alex, aka James, it's James. It's always been, his first name is James, but he goes by James. I call him Alex still. He has been in Florence all of June, so for 4 weeks. He did 2 classes for his art history major in Florence, and so back when we did this last year, I said, okay, this is going to be a great experience for us to have a mother-son trip. I love Paris. It's like my spirit city. Art history is also huge there, lots of museums. And not knowing that we were traveling in the middle of Paris Fashion Week men, then it was our break, which we were there, and then Paris Fashion Week for women. We could not get out of Paris. So I said, we're going to extend the trip a little bit longer and then go to London. So we took the bullet train to London, where he was like, great, because there's tons of art history there. So it was a trip for him after his 4-week course was over. And if you read the blog, actually, I don't even think I posted it, so I'll post it after this episode. I was like, do I go before he goes to his 4-week classes? Because I knew he was going to be tired.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he traveled every single weekend. He went to a different place. So he was staying in Florence. Weekend 1, he went to Rome. Weekend 2, he went to Cinque Terre, which is a beautiful the coast of Florence or Italy. And week 3, he went to Venice before he came to see me. So I knew if I go after, he's going to be tired. But I wanted him to already be immersed, because I don't think he would have understood Paris if he hadn't gone to Italy first. This is the first time out. Yeah. So I'm glad I did it the way I did it. But this is the first time I traveled with my young adult son. It's not like a family vacation anymore. So
right.
A lot of things.
Okay, and didn't you say that this is also the first time you really didn't plan?
Yeah. Yes.
Which, I'm sorry, for all of us who know Gio, that's like saying the sun didn't come up this morning, because you are such a planner.
I didn't plan anything because there's so much to do in Paris and in London when it comes to the art history scene. And I wanted him to let me know after he had done the 4 weeks exactly what he wanted to do. So when I got to Paris, he was there the day before me. The first thing we did is we went to lunch and we planned together. But he did all the planning. Like first of all, it was like he bought all the tickets to the museum. For the free museums, he was like, no, you have to get a reservation. Like, he knew all the things, and then how to use the metro. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just here for a good ride in time, because I didn't have to do anything. But by day 3, he was already exhausted getting there, and I think it was exciting. But being 4 weeks out of your home country, and then on week 5 being with your mom, he's like, I've been used to being by myself and with my class, but then being with me. So I think we both learned a lot from each other. So that's why we did Paris, and then London was just a bonus.
I love that. Okay, so I feel like Alex's journey through high school, college, all the things, but like, you're very observant. You pay attention to, so like, what is it that you started noticing? Because you put in the story, like, as a mom, which is such a beautiful thing, to start to see your son as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, you want to share with any of the stuff? What did you see?
Well, at first, like I said, it was his trip, not mine. Like, I wanted to make that very clear to him. Like, yes, I wanted to do some shopping for Tidy Gal's business and for myself and for Bailey, but it was not, and he likes to thrift. And thrifting is a thing there. Like, that is like vintage thrifting. So he knew there was gonna be pockets of that, but I made it very clear, whatever you want to do, wherever you want to eat, whatever you want to go see. So he took control of that, which, again, I haven't been in a setting with him to do that. He was already immersed in having siesta. So he was like, we're going to have to take a nap every day. And I was like, oh, okay, like, that's fine with me. And even though on days I didn't take naps, like, he took his naps. But just like, I don't know, having his own boundaries and standing on his own, but also seeing, we have been in this world of coaching for so long that it's hard to see other people, I don't want to say struggle, but the mindset, the mentality of life in the US. And he had, once we got like to day 2, I can start to see the downfall of I'm going back home.
Mhm.
I have to go back to work. This trip, he knows the trip was expensive. And so the one thing I wanted this trip to happen so he can see that there's life outside of the US. That people,
a whole different life.
It's a whole different life, and maybe to inspire him to go back before he starts going down the path of whatever he wants to do, which we got to really talk about that too. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. So there was just lots of a lot of conversations that were eye-opening for me, but also it's scary and sad because it means men are struggling as much as we are, as much as our clients are. And it's crazy. It all goes back to money. We're so tied to money and time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, yeah, he's a man and he's planning. I go, stop trying to plan everything after college. Like, live in the moment, be in college. And that's how he was in high school. It was like planning college. And then now he's in college and it's like planning the next part. So it was really hard for me because I didn't want to mom him too much. And then I started like in the coaching aspect too much. I'm like, where's that happy medium or where's that balance? And he was just like, just let me say the things. And I'm like, but it just hurts because I'm like, oh, I can't believe that that's how you see the world and that's how you see life. And it was just like, again, I think we're so immersed in our world that we forget what's happening on the outside. And because I don't see him all the time, Bailey's still at home, so I feel like she gets that. She sees it. She sees what I do, if she likes it or not. But like she's female. She's starting to. It rubs off, I think, on her. I don't think I had that chance with Alex because he left, 2 years ago, and we finally kind of got our groove in what we're doing. And I also don't think that the young generation understands that they need coaching too.
Well, it's interesting. He pretty much just told you, "Let me."
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like his version of going, I get it, Mom, but you got to let me, which that's great. I mean, most people are like, I don't want to deal. I don't want to face them. He's just like, no, let me figure this out.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's how that was. Because I was still struggling with like, what are we going to do when you get back home to like not have these thoughts and to like bring a little bit of your back, like, also, like, if you want to travel more, like, let's make that happen. Like, it doesn't have to be school and work, because that's what his life has been the last 2 years.
Okay, so this is a deep question. I just saw this, and you did not prepare for this at all. But, okay, so being a coach and a mom, and then seeing your son, and knowing that we coach women all the time, like, you're in the mix of it. And there's other moms that are in the mix of it too. I've got 2 sons that I'm constantly like, oh my God. I just had a conversation with one of them that I'm like, am I supposed to speak? Am I supposed to speak? Do you know me? I'm like, I'm watching this. I mean, what are you learning about Geo first? Because we always start with ourselves.
Yeah, I think I did a great job with I did get emotional, but not overreactive. And I think it was hard for him to see me emotional and set my boundaries. And he was like, well, why don't you want to talk right now? Or why don't you? And I just need some time. And I think it also was like, why are you mad? Or like, so it's again, the balance of, I don't want to get upset. 5-10 years ago, I'd be like, no, I'm right, you're wrong, all the things. And then reflecting, the pause, I paused so much. And then I was like, let me write this down, let me reflect, because I'm obviously learning something here. Like, I put it in the blog. It's not, I didn't go with expectations. Like, I obviously was like, oh, it's going to be a mother-son trip. We're going to have all these create all these memories, not knowing what those memories were going to be, and not knowing I was going to be taught so many lessons. Because that's pretty much what this trip was. It was lessons from me from my son, going like, wow, like I had no idea. Because mental health has always been a struggle with, I don't want to say with him, but his generation in general. And so when we unpacked that in high school, it was really hard. And he went through some stuff, with his dad almost dying. And so I just, like us, we just kind of put it in the back and we store it, and then we think, oh, it's gone. And then again, it comes up, and you're in this environment, in another world, like where life is completely different. The culture is completely different. I told him I really want to immerse ourselves. I want people to think we're locals, and he loved that part of it. But then again, he was already thinking about next week.
Mm.
and next month. And the next semester, I'm like, stop, let's just be present, be in the moment. But not everyone can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not everyone can do that because we're in it. And that was I need to pause and I need to reflect and I need to write these things down and go, what is this for? Just, and obviously now I know 3 days, 4 days back. And just like everything with our clients, we go through these situations and these challenges and these experiences and these seasons with the people in our lives first so that we can then coach our clients, because like you said, there's other moms out there that are going to be like, oh my God, that's my son and I. And instead of overreacting and being emotional and reacting in the moment, I had to step back and go, okay, no, I need to allow him to be that way and not take it personally.
Well, actually, I think you just summed it up. I think it's hard for anybody, but I think in particular us as moms, we do have ideas of, well, I want it to be like this for you, or I want it to be like that for you, or please don't go the hard way, do the easier way, or why are you having to jump over boxes when you don't have to? And they don't see that, but we see it because we've already gone through life experiences. And I think it's hard. I know for me, it's been hard to let go and just go, if they stumble on the box, they stumble on the box. They're not going to learn that there's a box unless they stumble on it.
It's just so hard.
And it is hard because we do want, but it comes from a good place. We want the best for our kids and we want them to experience amazing things, but life isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And so then we have to watch the imperfect moments. And it is, to me, I'm like, listen, when they were little and it was like, you're going to watch that, don't touch this, the stove's hot, put the pillow down, don't hit the person, go potty. Like that was almost easier to do that. Managing 4 people, like, did you eat? Did you eat? Did you eat? Shower. Versus now sometimes it's like, I don't know if I have the answer for any of that, but I know.
High school and up ages are, I think,
Yeah.
emotionally, mentally harder because they are people and they're developing and they have a voice and it's a different time.
It's a totally different time. Okay, and I do think what you did for Alex, Alex isn't here, so you could maybe text me later and go, oh my gosh, you were so wrong. Is that James, that when you have a moment like that, or like in some regard, you're also giving him a safe space to figure that out. It's like I'm knowing you, Gio, I know you said what you wanted to say, but then you backed up with okay, like,
yeah.
I'm going to try to, but I hope he or any other of our children see, like, we try to create these safe spaces for you guys to flourish and maybe to fail. That's okay. But you're always mom.
Yeah.
And you're always home.
Yeah. That's the important part with both of them. That's always been the goal, which I think he may not see that now, but down the road, I think he will. And again, it's not taking it personally, because I think that's the hardest part as a mom. When you're a coach, it's different because it's business. But when you're a mom, it's like, okay, the things that were said and again, he's tired. It is an emotional reaction of like 4 weeks, traveling every weekend, not being home. Was in the heat wave in Florence. They didn't have air conditioning. It's like a lot.
How old is that?
20.
Okay, see, that's the other thing. I'm like, he's also like, he's at the top of that mountain peak where he's starting to cross over to, like, he's not a kid.
No.
He is an adult, but he's also in that era of like, how much adulting have you really done yet?
And a lot of this for him too is because this is his major. So even though it was fun, it's a lot. Like, I was so impressed on how much he knew in all the museums we were at and the different types of, I'm like, oh my God, by the end we did do solo days. Not sorry. Because I could not do another museum. I was like, I'm museum out. The Louvre almost killed us both. Like, that's its own show, own blog. I mean, it was like, we need the t-shirts. We're gonna make t-shirts that says we survived the Louvre. Like, it was just horrible. So that alone, I think the last day he got his time at the National Art History Museum in London. I went to the biggest market in Notting Hill, which was amazing, called Portobello Market, and just shopped and reflected. I was able to sit down and have lunch by myself, read his reflection because I hadn't even read it, and then do a lot of writing down, like why did it happen the way it happened? Why did these situations come up, and what did I learn? And it was great. It was like the day right before we left. It was perfect. And then we went to go see Les Mis.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Okay, you just mentioned something that I think is worth talking about really before we end this. you've done a lot of traveling by yourself lately,
I
which
know.
some of it hasn't been planned,
No.
but it just worked out that way. And again, you can either go, okay, oh my gosh, life is happening, at me, to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, this plan didn't happen, that plan didn't happen. But I mean, how have you been?
No, I mean, that was another part of it all. Like, I didn't realize that it's been over 20 years since I traveled by myself, and why? Like, the big question was like, well, why? Like, why can't I do that once every 3 months or twice a year? Starting from when I was in Las Vegas by myself and not drinking, which again, I was like, am I gonna have a good time? Had a great time. Had probably one of the best times of my life ever, like in Vegas, because I go to Vegas all the time. And same thing here, like taking some time for ourselves, because I think also being in another country and knowing, I've already been to Paris and to London, but knowing that, I mean, I didn't even, it wasn't on my phone. I don't ever wear a watch, but it was just, we've already brought things from other trips over. Like, morning routine is great, but I'm like, what else can I be doing that reminds me of that culture and bringing it into my lifestyle? And also, I'm not feeling guilty for just saying I'm going to go travel by myself. Like, I am at the point in my life now, actually, like since May, that I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to do it, and I don't have to explain. And if it doesn't land well with people, that's not my problem, and I'm okay with it, because I deserve to have. I'm at a point where I deserve to have all the things that I've given to others, but not because I've done that, just because why not? Like, we teach it. I feel like we do a good job at doing most of it, but there are still parts that we have challenges in, and I'm like, okay, well, why? Because we shouldn't anymore. We've been through it all, and so I think it's that guilt again, the mom guilt or spouse guilt or financial guilt. But at the same time, who knows if we're going to be here next year?
Oh my God, for 100%.
So, like, again, what's a 3-day?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, what's a 3-day weekend? What's a week in Playa? Like, I just want to do that. And I have friends that do that. So even if it wasn't common, like, people are doing it. So why can't we? Because we have kids, because we have a business. Like, we obviously know we can take time off. This is why we created the business we created. And we're teaching that to our clients. So yes, I think I'm grateful that everything's happening for me.
Yeah.
Through me.
Well, and
That's me.
I guess did you have anything else you wanted to share before we wrap it up?
Are we going to do an announcement?
Yeah, but let's,
Okay,
but what I wanted to say with this, like, I am very, well, first of all, I'm very grateful for you, because there's not very many business partners that their other partner can leave for 3 weeks and just go sayonara. And by the way, I really will not have Wi-Fi to contact anybody. So when I got back, I was like, wow, look at all the stuff that happened, in a good way. But I am also very grateful that we do have this business,
Yes.
that we can do this, or that we're not perfect by any stretch of the means, but we really do try our best to be what we teach other people.
Yeah.
And again, we're not perfect, but I'm just saying, like, we really do.
Yeah.
We're going to take time off, or like, why is this your motivation, or why are, all the things, the rest, the pause, the 5 minutes, all the things, like we've pretty much already embraced it, but there's so much more too. So much more.
So much more. I can't wait. Like, all the things. I had we do a lot of astrology, but this morning it was like, slow down. Your brain is going 100 miles an hour, and it is, because I'm like, this idea and this idea, but I'm like, okay, no, we can't like put them on paper, which I did, and then it's like, what's the priority right now? But again, from these trips, like, even from when we talked about when we take our time off in the winter, that's how Haven comes to life for us, because we pause and we really set intentional time to go, okay, what is that experience going to be? And I think you and I saw that just doing a midsummer reset, because we got 6 months left of the year, and we were able to just pause, slow down, and go, okay, even though we feel like we're on track and that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, the universe is like, there's something more there. You need to have that time off. And now I know why this trip happened.
Yes. Well, and that more that we're going to talk about I feel like has been brewing for a long time. But sometimes you get a vision, you get a thought, you get a feeling, and you sense that something is there, but you can't really either clearly articulate it or know. They're like, oh, it's going to be a this, or oh, it's going to be now, or oh, it's going to be. I know personally that I've already fought that because I've mentioned it a couple times and it was like, well, I don't know, no. But now it's very evident of like, this is the time and now it's gonna happen that YGC.
Are we doing a drum roll? What are we doing?
I don't know, why don't you just say what we're
Okay, so we will now be coaching men. We've been talking about it. People have asked us, like at the very beginning, people were asking, and I'm like, okay, we have not 100% figured out YGC, but now we have. We have our signature framework. We love our clients, but because we've already kind of been working behind the scenes with men, and this trip with Alex, and multiple conversations with both of us with very important men in our lives, they're struggling on a different level. We have not found our energy match in the male world. Great life coaches, great business coaches, but this is why we're relationship coaches. So we're not really changing what we're doing. It's just going to be customized for men. And so we're now going to be doing that.
And open to the, yes.
Yes. So, and I think that we didn't do our conference this year for a reason. It's a lot of work and people don't realize the behind the scenes, and I don't think we have a conference in us this year, but for this reason, to get ready for what is coaching for men going to look like, who are we starting with, we have a list, and being able to wrap up the year and then again have our pause at the end of the year to go into our biggest statement yet. So
yeah,
so I'm excited.
Oh, that is going to be our biggest statement yet. And it's just, again, I promise you, if this would have happened 6 months ago, or one of us would have come to the other person with okay, it's time, I think we both would have gone, But now
Yes.
it's like,
The lessons we've learned.
yes. But I think that also goes to like anybody who's listening, you can't force something, even when you have it in your heart.
Yes.
Even when you know that it's birthed, it's there, it's just sitting there, it is ruminating, it is like an incubator. Just allow the universe to do its thing, and it's so much easier and smoother. Like when you told me the other day, you're like, oh my God, I was like, yeah, okay. I'm like on the sideline going, I'm ready.
We have talked about it, but I don't think we understood, like, again, it's still a little different for men. And I think we had to go through a couple of things with you. I've been going through 2 major things with your sons, and you just had a grandbaby, So I think that had to have happened with DJ and Jalen, and I think this had to have happened with Alex, and then we already have James, sorry. And then we already been coaching a male client too,
Right.
behind the scenes for the last 4 months. So I think again, it's the timing. It's not that it was never going to happen. And at the beginning, we thought we were going to find two guys like us that we were going to just train and do. And because again, we didn't want to lose the focus
for women
for who we were. The clients that we've already had. So I think again, it's all in the timing. It's not that we didn't want to do it, and hopefully we find guys in the future that can be us. But until then, we got to do what we always do. When we can't find it, and when people don't do it, we do it ourselves.
We just do it ourselves. Why not? Why not?
Oh, thank you.
That'll be 2027, 28.
It's gonna be great.
Well, obviously we can meet with people now. We already are that are men, but I'm just saying like the official push for
the official opening. We're doing pre-opening, so yes. Well, thank you for having these special episodes with me.
Well, thanks for sharing your journey.
Yeah, and
That's
I'll publish that blog today. I just realized I never hit publish, so I'll go do that today. And in the meantime, go back and read your mini story. If you need anything from us, we're available for complimentary virtual calls. We have our book that's available on Amazon. And then if you want to do a read along, it's available on Spotify. And we will see you again next month. Okay, bye.
Bye.